could do one of mine that's kind of inspired that way. Train to Arnhem. Yes.
I've heard you mention this. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I probably have heard it.
And it's if you're following along with me, Neil, which I expect you to do.
They're getting harder though. Wait a minute. I think somehow.
I leave a beat out of every other measure in the main theme, so it's a measure of 8, measure of 7,
okay.
and ends with 2 measures of 8. And then the second
so
section...
it's 3 sets of 8 and 7, and then a set of double 8s?
Approximately, yeah.
Okay.
And then it goes to 7, 8, except for the little tag measure, and then the last part is just 8. Yeah, so...
Okay. I do remember the last time you were here, now. We stayed up late one night listening to things in odd time signatures. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you played a few of your things. You said, hey, put on that Muriel Anderson song of this one that's in the 13/8 thing or something, you know? The Baker's Dozen, I think it was, right? Or something.
But this one is really easy. You will find it easy to improvise with. Not many people will.
Okay.
But because it's all even eighth notes, and it doesn't really matter where you are. You just flow over it.
Yeah.
So you don't have to count, you know, all the 7s and 8s. Just
just feel. Yeah, just yeah. And what key are we in here?
We were in F sharp minor. If you want to capo.
Okay, for that.
And then it's going to go to a B minor. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to work on that one a little bit more.
No,
yeah, I'll just have to hear it a few more times. But that's a great the descending bass part in there is really neat, and driving the rhythm with that strange beat is really cool.
Thank you.
It's helpful to see your foot move while I'm doing that. It's like, okay, that's a clue, especially when I'm anyway. But I'm drowning myself out too. It's like a lot of noise in there. But that was, yeah, very cool. Arnhem is in Germany, I take it, or someplace near
Holland,
there?
yes.
Holland. Oh.
Right on the border.
Great. My Dutch friends are going to be so embarrassed I didn't know that. Hopefully they're not watching. A list of something else I was going to ask you about. No, I guess that's kind of about... Oh, no, I do want to ask you about something. Got time for advice?
Okay, if you want to take my advice, I don't know about that. Yeah. Or are you
Artificial
giving me advice?
harmonics. What is the secret to getting them to sound good? First of all, I know half of it is you do a lot of them with your thumb and your index finger, and you probably do some just the way I was right there too, with your third.
With with this. You can experiment how close or how far away your picking finger is from your touching finger. Okay. Because what you don't want to do is hit a node.
Sure, if it's too far away.
So if it's too far away, or so you might just see, see where you get the better tone. Also, touch very lightly, exactly over the 12th fret. Sure. You are doing that, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. One of the things, and you're doing this too, but some people have asked me about this, and the first time somebody tries this, usually what happens is something like this. Like this finger moves too.
Yeah.
You know, and so it really takes some practice for this one not to move and the other one. I tell people kind of lock your first finger. Yes. You know, that helps.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it.
But, because yeah, if it flinches, you messed up the whole thing, you know. But I'm having particular trouble in one. In this thing, Bethena. You heard me mess with this a little bit the other day. Because it comes to a spot where I'm playing bass notes at the same time, and they kind of drown them out. The little phrase is this, of course. One. It finally worked.
That was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that they're not drowning it out as much as you think, because that harmonic rings out, and it can cut through a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. So
the difficulty with the last one. It's the G that's the hard. Because I'm also playing G and the bass at the same time, right?
Yes.
And I experimented with like cutting out the bass note and just doing. Or even getting the G back here, you know. But this is this ragtime waltz, and all of a sudden leaving out the third bass note for the sake of the harmonic kind of destroyed the. Anyway, just the bass movement and stuff, but.
Yeah, but I think that you can leave that out if you want, and you won't miss it, because the note that you're playing as a harmonic, it is actually included in the sound of the bass note, because the harmonics are ringing in underneath that note. Yeah. And so you're just accentuating that harmonic by plucking it again. So if you're playing a G and playing these two, it's the same pitch. Sure. One of those harmonics that's ringing over is indeed that very note.
Yeah, yeah. So it does
they
help
kind of mask
reinforce
each
it.
other. Yeah.
I mean,
And so as you're saying, when you're playing it, you're simply reinforcing it. Yeah. But it also won't come out as loud as if they were different notes. Right.
Right. It ends with a. It ends with harmonics too. That's it. Yeah. Then I have to find this harmonic like that is nowhere. Oh. That's the note I'm looking for. There it is. Yeah. You know, and I don't know if there's another spot I could get that and keep. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can get it up here, but I'll have to find what fret it's on.
Right, and it's going to be in between frets probably. You know.
Yeah.
And so it's like the very end of this, this 6-minute song that I'm dying by the time I play it because it's so ridiculous. But gotta just just find the visual, because it's a very small margin for error on that.
You can do what I do on my harp guitar. Is I've run out of strings. I actually have taken one string off here because I like a little extra space. And what happened is the string, the piece that holds the string on, broke on my way up the stage. It caught on the edge of a pew, and but then I realized I liked it better this way, and so I just left it off. But but sometimes I need one more note.
Yeah, so I saw you do that the other day with
as the harmonic. So in order to
and
find
it's not even the midpoint, isn't it?
It's exact midpoint.
Yeah.
But I don't have frets here, so what I do is it looks like there's a little.
I thought that was a ding in your guitar. It's like liquid paper.
Yes, it's just a little piece of sticker. Actually, I put a little sticker on the face of my guitar to give me a visual clue of about where that harmonic is, so I can get close to it. So just take a little sticker and put it right there. Yeah,
of course. Every time I sit with the guitar, it's in a slightly different place, but still.
Yeah, same here. It's a slightly different place depending on
just how you're
where I'm sitting. But at least it gets me pretty close. To find that spot.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. I mean, the way you've worked them into your songs is dazzling.
Oh,
so
thank you.
It's really neat, and it doesn't seem gimmicky particularly either. It seems like it end up keeping it really musical.
Well, I mean, it goes back to everything's in the service of the music. And so, but with the harp guitar, sometimes I need to do this, sometimes I need to grab it from here, or, so you do what you need to do to make the music happen. Yeah.
Probably the last thing, and I can let you go for today. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, it's way later than I thought it was. But I mentioned that it's great. You have such great technique and stuff, and I really push that with my students, and with kind of classical hand position, making sure their hands really low here, and some things like this. Not trying this unless you need to use your thumb. I hope you don't use your thumb. Yeah, I mean you don't have to use your thumb very often, but there are certain things that it's really helpful. But the thing I get from a lot of my students is that, well, of course you can do that. You have these gorilla hands. It's like you got monster fingers, and it's like, so it's easy for you. And I say, well, have you seen my friend Muriel's hands? They are really different. And she has no problem doing all of these ridiculous stretches because the technique is so good.
Okay, well, let's see what the difference of our hands are.
Okay, let's see. Let's go with this hand.
Go with this hand?
Yeah. That's not possible. Wait a minute.
It's coming to your first knuckle.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Can we see that? Let's get a picture of that over there. Okay.
Okay.
You know what? And that's actually what I guessed when I told people about the size difference of your hands. I said, I bet her fingers come to here on mine. I mean, it was like to there. Yeah, like in between. But they start a little bit lower too, so they're not like only this long. In other words, like your row of knuckles would be down here a little bit still.
So let's see where
if we line up where the knuckles, then it's about 1 knuckle short.
1 knuckle short,
So lining up the base of our wrists is not a good measure. As much, but that's it. There we go.
Let me see.
Yeah, I can just about curl them over yours. Anyhow, so that's I mean you do so many things that other people have all kinds of excuses for why they can't do something.
Well, I just have learned. I mean, nobody told me I had small hands when I was first learning. I just relaxed into it. So I relax and extend, and then sometimes I'll do something like I'll reach out this way, or most people kind of go like this, and I extend this way.
Yeah.
So I get to the very last thing. There's one. So if I wanted to get these harmonics up here, so
yeah.
So I'm grabbing that with the side of my thumb.
Yeah.
So that I can reach that. So you have to just
make do.
Make do with what you have. Everyone has something a little different about their hands, and you work around it and make music.
When somebody tells me things like in when I'm 64, I have a little part that goes. They're going from a couple of G's here, reaching up to the B, and they'll do this, and they'll say, "Well, there's just no way my finger's going to get there." I say, "Well, first of all, get this finger out of here." He says, "Well, that doesn't help." I said, "Okay, look, anybody can make this G to B stretch. Here's the secret: put the B on first, then reach back with your first finger so that you've got your hand like this, not like this."
Right.
And then they'll do and say, "Oh, that's not so hard." it's a hand position thing.
Right, I was just telling a student that at Independence High School yesterday. I was
Yeah.
working with the kids. Is favor the weakest finger, favor the pinky.
Mm-hmm.
Move your hand position so you have more support for that. The index finger can fend for itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, we should probably wrap this up.
Yep.
You have things to do for the rest of your tour,
Yes,
and I am so thrilled that you could take time out and for mostly visit us, but especially like to goof off on camera here.
Oh, thanks.
You know, it's
Thanks.
really fun.
Hope your folks can catch me on tour at MurielAnderson.com and just click on the tour schedule.
Yeah, because you travel all over the world.
Yeah.
I can't believe when I see what you're doing and stuff. You know, and then it's not as much time at home.
Well, I try to leave a little bit of time to enjoy where I am, get to know the people there, and especially traveling in Europe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Make an attempt at the language
Mm-hmm.
and get to know some of the music there. So
Yeah.
it's fun.
Speaking of which, not to put you on the spot, but I did mention that we are having a camp in Amsterdam in July 13th to 15th. The International Guitar Camp is finally going international. It's going to be a mini camp with mostly just me and Vanessa. But if you were in the neighborhood and you could drop by, that would be really cool. So
I'll
just
try.
think about it, and
Yeah.
you know, because I know you've got a lot of Dutch connections, and if it's close to a time when you're over there anyway,
Yeah,
it
maybe
would be.
I can
it would
throw
be-
in a couple of house concerts for folks in the area and fill in some dates, and maybe we can do it.
I think that would be pretty neat. But again, this is not an announcement, or even, it's a blind solicitation on my part. I'm begging for you to please think about joining us. Actually, I don't have to. I know you'll think about joining us,
Yes.
and if you can make it work, I'm sure you will.
Mhm.
So, anyway, thanks again. This is so
Okay.
much fun,
Thanks. I
and
hope to see you in Amsterdam.
I do too. Okay. So long.
See ya.